It's Pokemon, and direct continuation of the last video. I didn't realize this is a perfect example right here about doing a side route before you have to do what you have to do. Is that, like, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing the water gym right now, but I can explore this route up ahead before I go any further. So yeah, I'm digging. I like this, and I can get whatever I find until I have to go back. I'm sure there's gonna be like some thing blocking the cave at the end, or whatever is at the end of this route, and so like, hey, you can't go any further. Gotta turn back, bro. And I'm ready for that. So I think it would be good if I had one of those to counter dragon types. But Ice Shard is an egg move, and I don't want to go get it. Actually, is it an egg move? I don't remember. It's an egg move for Donphan, if you really want to have... Actually, it's a good priority move for Donphan, if you really want to use Donphan. But, you know, I also forgot when I was talking about Koromon and the indie Pokemons, is that in the video where they were playing it, the girl, I forgot her name, Sassy Amy or whatever the fuck, she said it didn't help that Scarlet and Violet wasn't linear to an extent, because like people, I don't think the whole, especially since there's no quests. There's no just like other quests other than what you do in the three main ones to do. Just like having an open-ended world doesn't work. It's just having like a non-linear world doesn't work for it because there's not much else to do. They still haven't figured out how to like create things for you to do with the open world thing. Like, I'm sure like games like Elden Ring definitely have like side quests, and they're labeled as side quests, whereas in Scarlet and Violet it's just the three main ones and then that's it. There's no like character who needs like help finding a certain Pokemon. There's no character that needs you to help like save their house from being burned, so you have to bring a water type, or you know, stuff like that. I was going to get a Soul Rock, and then I don't know what happened. And actually, yeah, I do remember what happened. I caught one, and it was like modest or something. But Lunatone and Soul Rock are weird. Lunatone is defensive with special attack focus, and then Soul Rock is offensive in general. But it's offensive, and yet its special attack is terrible, so you can only use it for attack. So it's like, you can't... And it has low defense, so like, what can you even do with this thing? Almost had it in the Luxury Bowl. And I think I was gonna use this for the end game fighting... Oh, and it has no boosting moves. Like, Lunatone has Calm Mind and Cosmic Power. Soul Rock doesn't have any attack boosting things, if I remember correctly. But we're gonna try it. And yeah, to further that girl's point, like, yeah, the non-linear part, it doesn't work when you don't have other things to do. There wasn't, like, I think there were like, those were kind of like faction quests, and there isn't very many of those in most games. But or in my experience, there was in Kingdoms of Amalur, Kingdoms of Amalur. There were faction quests that were like, oh, this is the assassin line, the knight line, the mage line. Like, there's a lot more, and then there's like neutral quests on top of all of the whole game. And then there's a lot of quests that have to do with like improving your rank inside the faction. There's a lot more things to do. And meanwhile, we have Scarlet and Violet, which is just like half of that, and then no other side quests. So it's like, what is this? I didn't see what its like stats were. Okay, 91, 60. I hope that's like it's probably a defense nature now that I think about it. Yeah, it's probably defense based. So I'm going to use this guy. Yeah, I'm just repeating myself, so we're gonna move on. So the 3DS store closed earlier this year in March, and that's funny. I mean, we all know it was going to close. It didn't just like suddenly close out of nowhere. But like, I don't know. It could have kept it open. To be honest, I can't believe that this is like the third system they've had an online shop for, and they just close it with no like way to access anything or purchase anything. No discounts either. No discounts before the end of it either. Nothing was on sale. Everything was still full price. Like, they're so stingy with like old content, or Nintendo rather, and their focus is on like, just buy the new thing. That's why we have new things. New Super Mario Bros. New Yoshi's Island. New Pokemon Snap. New this. New Nintendo 3DS, which is not new anymore. Oh, it's such a dumb naming scheme. Because when it stops being new, and it's part of the title, it's just silly now. What's in this cave? It's chocolate. The giant chasm. These guys say, how long does wait until everybody arrives mean exactly? The area past here is important. People heading to Route 21 are definitely important. But we have a more important road as well. See, this is it right here. This is the blockade that they usually put so you don't go too far. And you can still explore a little bit like the route I'm doing. I always wanted to use Vanillish or Vanillite, but their problem is also there's just their move pool is not great. And Ice type has a ton of weaknesses, so like the only thing they can do is use Ice and Hidden Power, and you hope it's like a viable one. Not much you can do with it. I think it has Freeze Dry, which is good against water types. So you have to have like Freeze Dry in one other move for it to like actually work. So you can't use that as a defensive option because fucking everything kills ice types. But anyway, 3DS store. I was thinking about selling mine because I heard the 3DS store was closing, so I used one of my bigger memory cards to just download everything and just to have everything on there. My only regretted purchases were Sonic Lost World, to be honest. A couple of DSiWare games that I didn't know were DSiWare, like Game & Watch. This game called Priority, which is like a spin-off of the WarioWare thing. It's like you did a little orange bird. It's just a game where you eat beans. And then I bought this game called GG's Dark Spirits. It's like the shittiest game. It's like a Flash game that you might have played in like 2002. And I paid money for that. And then now it's on my DS. I regret buying Liberation Maiden. That game sucks. It's one of Level 5's other titles, like different from Professor Layton. Oh, I do have a water type. Why did I think I didn't have anything to counter this guy? I hope I didn't take off Aqua Jet. No, it's right here, your hand. Oh wait, he's faster and stronger too. Oh shit. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the doggy crew. Aha, but we gotta level up. Time to level up. Excadrill. You can take this guy, right? What else did I regret? I mean, there's games I don't regret buying, but I regret buying them digitally. Like, I wish it didn't get Fire Emblem, Metroid, the Metro 2 remake, and Bravely Default digitally. I regret buying those digitally. One, because my experience with Metroid games, or my feeling towards Metroid games now, it's like you beat them once, and then that's like kind of all you can do with them. And they're made to be like quick experiences, so that you can beat it multiple times in succession, and get like the good times. Like they're usually like 3 to 4 hour games, no matter what you do. And then, yeah, you're supposed to just speed run them after that, which is I don't find fun. I'm fine with 100% completing them, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to speed run it. I don't want to try to do that fast, because that's, imagine having a bad run and you've already put like 2.5 hours into it. Like, you have to start over. Like that's time gone. It's different from a roguelite, because the game will be different when you replay a roguelite and you die. And yeah, it just doesn't, I don't care. Bravely Default was a big game, so if I couldn't, so was Sonic Lost World actually, so I couldn't have one or the other on. I can only have one or the other on my DS at a time. In Bravely Default is an okay RPG. I don't know, I just have not gone back to it ever since I beat it, so yeah. Sonic Lost World pissing me off. I tried playing that again recently, and I left off on the grass stage, the leaf zone, which is definitely a Super Mario Galaxy, like, not rip-off, but it blatantly kind of like that, because it uses like that gravity mechanic. In I just hate the controls going back to it. And the levels are too long. Oh my god, the levels are too long. So I hate going back to that. And after that, I pretty much have everything I wanted to have on my 3DS. Like, I had Kid Icarus, I had some of the Pokemon games, I had Animal Crossing. I don't anymore, but I wasn't really bummed after the store closed, in my opinion, because I already had everything. What can you give the man that already has everything? Fuck. I have to go all the way back for that. Oh, it's Delibird! Delibird is so good! Oh! Delibird is actually terrible. And then that's one of those Pokemon I wish got an evolution. Delibird. Why is Delibird here? Like, of all Pokemon to put inside Gen 5, why? Why? This isn't even like a snowy area. Like, what? Okay, so you have to go here. And oh look, I need strength. Oh boy. My fucking nose is acting up. Hold on. But yeah, I still do have Smash 4. I still do have, I still have Professor Layton, the girl game. And I have... What else? Oh, he's gonna die. And I still have Kirby Robot Zone Town. Kirby Planet Robo blah, blah, blah. That game holds up. It's still good. A lot of the powers are good. No notes. Yeah. The Professor Layton game, the Catriel's Shit Town Adventure of Shit. I thought that was gonna be the last game for a long time, but they just announced another Professor Layton game earlier this year, so I'm curious about what that is gonna be like. Games I've always wanted to have is the NES remix games. Cause I feel like those are... They're kind of like the WarioWare, but not officially Wario. It's just kind of like... It's kind of like the 9-volt games, but just like as a full game. Where it messes things around a little bit too. It'd be like, oh, do this quick objective, and you can like do it as best you can and get like 3 stars on every mission. It's mostly mission based, which is fine. I went all this way for a fucking calcium, but there's 2 of them, and they're both for the 3DS, and I could have gotten them. I don't remember if it was like one was for the Wii U and the other was just for the 3DS, which would be stupid. But I think those are the only way to get those. I want to say they must have put NES Mirrorx 1 and 2 for the Switch. I just don't. I have to look it up. I might get those. I'm gonna explore these houses first. Hey, you wanna walk with my dear Mindfu? Oh, please walk a lot with my Mindfu. It's dangerous outside. Take care of my Mindfu. So, what is the point of this? You know what bothers me is that they had the technology to do this, and they made all the sprites for the Pokemon that go behind you, so they could have done this like they did in Soul Silver, but they just didn't, and then they cock tease you with shit like this. In the Dream World, like there's a lot of Pokemon with sprites like these when you go to Entralink, so like they could have easily done the Pokemon following behind you thing. And you know, a lot of the sprites they could have just carried over from Gen all the way up to Gen 4 and just made new sprites for the Gen 5 Pokemon. But that would be too much work, wouldn't it? The steps of Mindfu walking with Vedetta are so clumsy. Alright, so we're helping Mindfu like walk straight or something, I guess. I don't know how long we're supposed to be doing this for. Woo doo 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 doo. You know what's not fun is having to only run around in this house. But actually, this glass floor with a view to the water is kind of sick. I will say that. What's on the TV? Hey, you! Oh shit! What are you doing? If you in front of my eyes, you disrupt Mindfu's walk. On top of that, you engrossed in watching TV. You charlatan! You watch TV! Oh, you brute! Oh! What nerve? Why would you have a TV if you're disgusted with television? Okay, we're walking. The steps of Mindfu walking with Vedetta are light. I don't know what that means. Or are we waiting till it says like perfect or what? But anyway, the topic of game preservation came up again after the 3DS eShop's closure. Like, are we? At this point, I'm like, are we really surprised that they don't care about game preservation? Like, after the Wii U shop closed and it was just depressing to look at. And after the Wii U shop closed, it was just a lot of just digital access games just completely gone. You can't get them at all. They're not re-releasing them on Switch, even though it has yet another eShop that I'm sure you'd think it would have happened by now. Like, this is year It came out in 2017. This is year 6 of the Switch. And usually they announce another console by now. Okay, so I hope your main few like stop being shit at walking and I get a pearl. That's stupid. I'm never doing that again. And that's why Gen 5 is terrible. Just kidding. Now I have to figure out how to get back to the surface world. But yeah, it's one of those times again where like it completely justifies pirating games. It's like when we were talking about pirating games, we like pirating old games in emulation. It's never like, oh, I want to take. I mean, there's people that do that. They steal games that have just come out. Like, that's fucked up. But pirating games that they won't fucking give you access to, like, on a new console, like, okay, come on. We gotta do something. And then hosting them on a website just so they can, like, shut it down. Because, no, you're messing with our ability to make money. Like, oh, for the games you weren't gonna sell us in the future anyway? Yeah, whatever. And their virtual console, like, legacy crap is just so watered down that it needs to be. Like, it's not like they're putting out games fast enough anyway, so they should have their whole libraries up of the systems that they're allowing you to... that they're making you pay $20 a year for. And actually, no, $50 in some cases if you want the upgrades for the N64 and Game Boy Advance. Yeah, the whole drip feed shit. Like, it's not like you're coming out with games like every month, so why not just have the whole library up instead of being like, oh, every 2 months here's one flagship Nintendo 64 game, and then here's fucking Bibbly Bobbly's Bubble Adventure. Like, okay, that's not a classic game. Like, just, oh my god. Imagine if they did GameCube Virtual Console, and what they did was, actually, I want the item first. It might be a TM. Imagine if they did that, and then they just put out, like, oh, right, we have Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube, the GameCube service, Nintendo service, and then, like, a non next to it is, like, Big Mother Truckers coming out with this month. It's like, dude, what are we doing? Like, nobody gives a shit about Big Mother Truckers. Why are you allowing it on the shop? That's how I felt with, like, a lot of the Super Nintendo ones. It'd be like, alright, here's Super Metroid and Earthbound. And meanwhile, there's, like, Claymates and Scrunt. You know, just shit like that. I can't believe they're still doing that. And it's not like the N64 library is that big anyway, so they should just put all the Nintendo games on there and call it a day. But they really want to milk you for a year, so they're gonna only put there's like a weird outline that's on like everything. It might be with the new emulator I'm using. This is 0.913, as I've already said. And I was using 0.911, which is bad. But yeah, in terms of pirating, like, you just gave everyone, not like permission, but like their reason is justified to be pirating like 3DS games now. And hacking their 3DS and modern. I heard the recent update for the 3DS was basically to block any of that, which is kind of a dick move. Like, okay, are you still supporting this system? No. So why are you preventing people from doing what they want with it? Like, 10 years later. Like, the 3DS came out, like, 12 years ago. And you're preventing people from, like, doing what they want with it? It's not like you're not making money off this anymore. This isn't your focus anymore. So why do you give a shit? And if you gave a shit, you would have just, like, allowed people access to the store still. Like, I know, because what the problem is that with that is, if people want physical versions of these games, they have to get it from some asshole on eBay, and it increases their value of it when people can't buy them digitally. So what happens is, like, some jerk sells the Star Fox 64 DS for like $200, whereas if you still had access to buy it, it would demean the value of it, and they would have to sell it for cheaper because it's still technically easy to get. Why is Mantine so fast? He's only 2 levels higher. Okay, don't paralyze me. And you paralyzed me. And what if I have this to say? Mantine has high special defense, so it might not work. Aha, bitch, I got you too. I pressed lefts and it didn't work. And it's annoying. I do need Floatzel up some levels, because I kind of just picked him up and used him for a little bit, but now he needs to be caught up with the rest of everybody else. And for me, I feel like I played everything I wanted to play while the 3DS was around. Like, I got to play Ocarina of Time 3DS at launch. I'm hearing some bad things about Majora's Mask 3DS. I don't know if I fully understand the hate for it. Apparently there's like a 3-hour long video as to why the 3DS Majora's Mask is bad. I don't know. All we ever complain about is the water temple, so what do we really know? I think it just had to do with like the way the game controls and the way the Zora moves. That's all I ever heard. So let's see. If I want to fight that guy, I have to get on this, and then I have to go this way, and then I think I fucked myself. And then I played Animal Crossing, and then I almost bought Rayman 3DS, but that was at launch before I knew it was just yet another Rayman 2 port. I didn't care for Mario Party 3DS, and what else? I played the other Professor Layton games. I think I had the physical version of Azran Legacy, and then I have downloaded the Mask of Miracle. So I got some mileage out of keeping those digitally. And I wonder if, like, all my digital games that I have, if I were to sell it, would increase the value of that, because I have all these downloaded games on there. I feel like that's an option in my future. And I could also sell my PS3 now too, since the PS3 store is closed. Or it's been closed, but we already knew what was going to happen about that. What else? I did have Pokemon X and Y. I don't have it anymore, but I feel like I got everything I needed out of that game. And they didn't even make Pokemon Z, so it wasn't worth keeping around. And then the region itself is just like kind of limited. It's not as expansive or big as like other games. There's no like extra islands. There's no extra towns that you haven't been to yet to explore. It's just kind of like 8 towns. Elite Four, that's kind of it. The routes aren't like very expansive either, so yeah, that made it hard to keep around. I did have Sonic Generations for the 3DS. I kind of want to play that again. So if I had my 3DS, I'm probably getting that one. Um, I got to borrow Mario 3D Land. That was an okay game. That was fun. That's where we got Tanuki Mario, or not where we got, but it was like the return of Tanuki Mario in a 3D game. And then what else did I have? I had Mario Luigi Dream Team, the physical version. That game, it sucks because I feel like the Dream Team game is just so formulaic. It hits two similar beats as like other Mario Luigi games. It's like, oh, we need to get 5 artifacts of importance, and the villain is there and doing villain things, and then the villain in that game doesn't talk at all. It's not like Cackletta or Valful or anybody else. He's just a big vampire guy who doesn't say anything, and then the focus isn't on him either. It still ends up being Bowser as the final boss, so it's kind of lame. Like they have a new villain, and he doesn't have like a final form or anything. So yeah, it sucks. And then I think by then I was pretty much done. I after Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, that's all I really played out of it until it was pretty much like not getting new games that I wanted to get. Fire Emblem Awakening, good introductory Fire Emblem game. I played a little bit of Fire Emblem before that game came out. I played Shadow Dragon on the DS, the remake of the Marth game, and then after that halfway through I was on my R4 at the time, so I was like, I'm getting bored. I keep letting everyone die. I'm not having fun. So I hacked the game to just like get every unit. And then that's how I beat the game. And then Fire Emblem Awakening, a lot more control this time. You can choose your difficulty. You can choose fatal or non-fatal runs. Like, you can do all these things and made it more accessible. And then when I wanted it to get harder, I did go back and play on Lunatic mode. I'm still halfway through that. I haven't like gone that very far in it. But yeah, I got some mileage out of that. Oh, and in Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7, great portable game, and you could play online with it too. You could just play online on the fly. You didn't have to like hook anything up. It just like you had internet connection and go. I need to use my ethers if I have an ether. Okay, what's this thing's special attack? Cause it's not very good. 100? That's not that bad. Oh yeah, it's a speed down nature, so it's kind of hard to use. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna look more and poke around if there's any. I don't know how the emulation ROM library is out there for 3DS. I don't know what website is hosting them and not getting sued by Nintendo like Emu Paradise was. I heard that there's a setting you could do on your browser that would make all the links visible, because what they did was they just kind of hid them, but they're still there technically. You just, if you're just going there without the thing in your browser, you just won't see them. So I have to figure that out. If that's true, I'll figure that out. And if not, I'll have to find a different website. That's not coolroms.com. Quiet again. I got the same nature. This is why I didn't want to use Soul Rock. And my 3DS is getting on a bit. I think a lot of physical, or no, what am I saying? A lot of 3DSs by now, their batteries gotta be shit. Like, mine can barely be on, well, I play mine on with, like, max brightness, like, all the time. Because otherwise it's too dark. And it can only be on for, like, 2 hours, or 2 or 3 hours before it just goes down. Even with Power Saver, it doesn't last that much longer. And the only way you can, like, conserve more is to just turn off Wi-Fi in 3D. I mean, I love playing with the 3D on, but I have to, like, turn it off sometimes. And like, I pretty much can't play it without having, like, bringing a charger with me now. And that's kind of annoying. But yeah, there's nothing else you can do. I was worried for a little bit because my A button was not responding well, and I had to open it up like 20 times. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, god damn it. How do I fix this? Oh, I think I'm doing it right. And you go over here. Okay, now we're here. And I had to open it like 20 times to, like, air it out and make sure nothing was blocking the sensor. When I opened it up the second time, I found a hair. One of my hairs, like, that somehow got in the DS and was blocking the receptor and the button. So I took that out, and it was still, like, not responding well. So I was like, fuck. Then I just started playing some 3DS games, and it started responding good again. I was like, what the fuck? So it works now, but it was still really stressful. Like, oh, I'm not gonna bother, like, hacking it and doing all this stuff with it if it doesn't even play games right. So that was annoying. Yeah. And also, you know what's bullshit too is that all the themes from the store are gone. There's nothing you can get for free or for discounted anymore. It's like, usually when the store closes, like, everything goes on discount. There's like a blowout sale. There's something. There's like a store closing, everything must go kind of deal. Everything was still full price up until it closed. There was no sales. There were hardly ever any sales. Like, there were games that went on, like, what's it called? Like, they became, like, Nintendo Selects, and those were just, like, $20 flat, no matter what. It was usually stuff like Mario Party, Mario Kart, like, one Kirby game, and one Zelda game. Like, things you probably already had. It's like, well, man, I think everything needs to learn from the Steam store about, like, having fun sales. And there's, like, the summer sale, the Christmas sale, the winter sale, the middle of the year sale, the Halloween sale. Like, there's so many ways to get something that you might not otherwise get. Because it was at full price at the time. Like, there's so many games that I have on Steam just from picking it up because it was on sale, and, like, I've gone back to play some of those sometimes. So, and Nintendo just isn't like that. And the sales that they do have on the Switch it's usually very stingy still. It'd be like 70% off, like, an Ubisoft game, but then it'll be like 10% off, like, a Nintendo game. Like, oh my god, dude, come on. So Mantine might have a flying type move, and we don't want to deal with that. So we're gonna have to use this guy, and there it is. Blam. But first, I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, I'm faster. How come that other Mantine was, like, way faster? What the heck? Alright, and you have Confused Ray, which is equally as annoying. But yeah, I was really hoping that themes would be on just free to download or something. Like, all the themes are gone. You probably have to hack those into. Oh, please don't burn me. Wait, did it just? Oh, I got confused. Yeah. Because like the only themes that are available on my 3DS is I have the Dreamcast theme, which is cool as hell, and I've never taken it off. And I have this free Kirby theme after Kirby's anniversary was there. Let's see. He has air slash. I don't think his other ones will have a flying type move. How many? Okay. I was about to say, how many heals does he have? He has just the one. And I have... What else do I have? I think that's it. I just have those, like, 3 themes. And I think I have a free Sonic Boom theme. I don't remember. I have a free some kind of theme. What? Okay, so he has Citrus Berry and Sturdy. And there's a burn. Scald is a good ass move that they took out because it was too good. They're like a water type move that they build on every fucking anything that can learn it, just to help the bulky water types still be bulky. How dare they metagame our game? Okay, round 2, because that was ridiculous. I put workup back on Verizon. It might not change much, but it make it so that I can actually do more against Jellison when it comes down to it. Or maybe I'll actually have, I'll have, what's his name, Scrapped Punk, and doing Crunch on it a few times. Alright. So, the problem is... I didn't have any ways to sweep Whale Lord. And he has Ice Beam, that's bad. But it's... I was just gonna say it's not stab, so it doesn't do much, but then he froze me. And I don't have my full restore anymore. Oh my god. Okay, wastes a turn with Rain Dance. It's fine. Okay, Giga Drain, baby. Yeah. Are you serious? Verizon sucks. Or at least with special moves. Like, its special attack is 100. Alright. I can kind of see that. And you know, another thing, I thought its attack would be in, like, at least 120 or 130 by now. It's an attack beneficial in nature, so what's the dealio here? Okay, you're gonna have to use another workup. And, you know, it's not EV trained either, so I'm not gonna do that for a casual playthrough of fucking Pokemon. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. And we're back in the saddle. It's my favorite thing to say on top of, oh shit, here we go again. Not really. Okay. I would have said at least before level 50, its stats would have been, like, usable. So, it has Air Slash. My special defense is really high. So, I should be able to take at least one. Okay. And he's faster, too! What the hell? Oh my god, what is up with Mantine? Does Mantine have Swift Swim? Let me okay, so Mantine does have Swift Swim. That explains everything. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna die now. Well, there goes my everything. Kronk! Alright, well, I need to revive him anyway. With something. Okay. Don't burn me, because that would be very not nice. Oh my god. And, you know, it's a 50% burn. If they wanted to nerf it to like 30% or 40%, fine. But taking it out of the game entirely is just... Okay, well now nobody has an edge anymore. Now water types lose their edge. So... What do we do here? Well, I'm using discharge anyway, so... Doesn't matter. And what I think I'm gonna do is paralyze the turtle when he gets here. Yeah, Caracosta is kind of badass looking. Not so much in... Well, actually, no, in 3D he looks cool. He's a good shell smasher. Like, what can I say? Alright, so there's that. I have to use discharge. And he's gonna use cell zone. I hope he burns to death. Kling Kling, you disappointed me for the last time. Again. Yeah, with the citrus berry. Y'all know your shit. Oh no! Actually, what I can do is put this guy here. High jump kick. Here we go. And there's that. Oh, so there. I thought defense and special defense dropped 2 stages, but I guess not. Okay, so now my Moxie activates. Yes, very yes. And now there's Jellicent, and all of its glory. Okay. Please don't die. It's just... Well, last time you crit. Okay. Yes. That's the power of the Keyblade. Huh. You totally rocked that. You was just a wicked Pokemon. You got this trainer thing down. Well, I should hope so. It's the 8th badge. You don't just look strong. You're strong for reals. See, they make him talk like that. He's a white guy. He's... Don't let his lies deceive you. Oh, I like this little texture on the badge for the water effect. I didn't notice that. You received the Wave Badge from Marlin. That's the Wave Badge. Nora's region's new gym badge. Now you got all 8 badges. You can be tied with any Pokemon. Oh yeah, got a TM. He's like fucking Eminem with a tan. Oh yeah, got a TM for you too. Tame Scald. Yeah. So Scald burns the targets. Sometimes burns the target, okay? And you can even use it when you're all frozen and chilling and stuff. I didn't know that, actually. You can use it while frozen. Wait, does that mean it's one of those moves that come out and help you thaw? Or Scald is a move that works on frozen Pokemon? I don't know why you would want that, but... Shoot, I'm off then! Hope it's useful. Bye-bye! And then he died. Oh, never mind. He swam away. Yeah, I was going to say, he just went off like Giovanni when he jumped into the waterfall. And he lived! He was alive! He ends up in the Pokemon World Tournament in this game, so you're wrong! Wrong! As Lex Luthor would say. So what does this mean for a girly face Mickey after I beat the gym? Question mark. You got all the badges. Usually you go to the Pokemon League now, but dealing with Team Plasma comes first. Oh, man. My favorite thing to do. Wait, he just swam away. Now he's back? What the hell? What's this Team Plasma you're talking about to? Polio. This is my friend Polio. I like to call him my friend, but he took both of my legs. Team Plasma does things like steal my sisters, people's Pokemon. More importantly, my sisters. They plan on conquering Unova to build a Pokemon to freeze it solid. They're really evil. See, the game says they're evil. Don't get me with this. But they just wanted to liberate Pokemon. Shit. That was what they lied to you. Team Plasma lied to you and you ate it up like some kind of idiot. When the ocean is your home, do not worry about things like that because the ocean accepts all rivers. So you think Team Plasma is bad? Yeah. I get it. They're bad, so you fight them. But first, you have to say that in your own words. When you do, you understand better what you do. Whatever. Just be the hero in your own story, and everybody is the villain. So that's what I think.